a towering insect shaped like a person. Its frame is enormous with legs that look like a spider's. Other creatures showed different voices and looks, a terror that still chills people today. Hiding in dens and almost impossible to trace, these beings seem both everywhere and nowhere at once. They have been caught on camera and seen by thousands, showing themselves to the wider world. We have even found at least one creature whose identity we still do not understand. So let's follow the countless sightings of these strange beings that have been kept hidden for many years. Our first encounter takes us to a quiet suburban neighborhood where an ordinary evening turned into a nightmare. It began with strange noises in a backyard, the kind that make you hesitate between investigating or staying inside. Standing in his yard was something that should not exist, a massive humanoid insect, its body the size of a grown man but with spider-like legs, long and jointed in ways that made skin crawl. The most disturbing feature wasn't its limbs but its face, an innocent human baby's face attached to a monstrous insect body. Frozen in shock, the witness struggled to understand. Was it an alien visitor? A creation escaped from some experiment? The creature noticed him but did not attack or flee. By the next morning he looked outside, but there was nothing, no tracks, no damage, no trace at all. The creature had vanished as suddenly as it appeared, leaving behind only unanswered questions. In 2022, a small village in Pakistan became the center of an unexplained phenomenon. Residents reported a strange creature spreading panic with its eerie appearance and terrifying vocalizations. For weeks it remained elusive, appearing only at night and vanishing before anyone could get a clear look. At last, one villager captured the beast. Its body bore the features of a bat, but its face was distinctly dog-like, with unsettlingly intelligent expressions. Authorities took custody and handed it over to scientists who examined it for days. The results offered no answers. It matched no known species, and its bizarre traits defied scientific classification. Then, as mysteriously as it appeared, the creature vanished from official custody, along with all records of its capture. Science students often bring home specimens for study, but one biology student made a discovery that defied everything known about extinct species. While walking in the woods near her university, she stumbled upon a baby dragon, no larger than a house cat, lying weakly among the leaves beside what looked like a dragon egg. Its tiny chest rose and fell with labored breaths, proof it was alive. She carefully gathered both creature and egg, preparing a wooden box lined with soft materials to keep them safe. Under her care, the baby dragon grew more alert and active, responding in ways that suggested unusual intelligence. The implications were staggering. Dragons are supposed to be myth, confined to legends and folklore. Yet this creature bore the traits described in ancient accounts: scaled skin, budding wings, and eyes that seemed far too aware. But where had it come from? If a baby existed, then parents must be nearby. Could more dragons be hiding in our forests, surviving unnoticed while the world dismissed them as fantasy? The students' discovery forced open a door to possibilities few were ready to face. Sometimes reality mirrors fiction in unsettling ways. A construction worker digging a foundation encountered something disturbingly similar to the Demogorgon from Stranger Things, but this was no special effect. While operating his excavator, he broke into an underground cavity he assumed was a natural cave. Moments later, a massive creature emerged. About the size of a large dog, it had the body of a crab with multiple legs and a hard exoskeleton. Its face was nightmarish, a flower-like mouth lined with rows of teeth, resembling the fictional monster so closely it raised questions about the origins of the show's design. Instead of attacking, the worker slowly retreated, giving the creature space. It too seemed cautious, vanishing quickly back into the tunnels. Within minutes it was gone, leaving only disturbed soil as proof of its presence. Efforts to find it again failed. The tunnels collapsed or became inaccessible, as if the earth itself concealed them. Though the incident was reported, official investigations uncovered no trace of the creature or its underground habitat. Nature offers strange adaptations, but some discoveries challenge biology itself. A fisherman learned this when he noticed odd black shapes moving in the shallows near a riverbank. At first, he thought they were ordinary fish, but closer inspection revealed something else entirely. The creatures were pitch black, completely eyeless, and only vaguely fish-like. Their movements were unnatural, flowing through the water more like liquid than living animals. Curious, he lifted one from the water and was startled to find it felt soft and shapeless, more like a blob than a structured organism. The strangest part came when he released it. Instead of darting away, the creature dissolved into the water, its body spreading outward until it became indistinguishable from the river itself. The others behaved the same, transforming from solid forms into shapeless masses that merged seamlessly with their surroundings. Some encounters challenged the very definition of life. One man, while walking near a stream, noticed unusual movement in a muddy patch. At first, it looked like the earth was settling, but the motion was too deliberate. From the mud, a shifting form began to rise. It had no eyes, no face, no recognizable anatomy, just a mass of animated mud moving with purpose. The being would partially emerge, explore its surroundings, then sink back into the ground as though it belonged to both states at once. What unsettled him most was the impression of awareness. This was no random motion. The mud seemed to investigate its environment, even registering his presence without fear or hostility. For several minutes he observed, struck by its seamless transition between solid body and liquid earth, an ability beyond known biology. Realizing it was best left alone, he slowly retreated, leaving the creature to continue its enigmatic existence. Deep in the forest, an explorer came across a creature so rare it challenged his understanding of the wild. Clinging to a branch, it moved slowly, showing no fear of human presence, likely having lived its life in isolation. The animal's dense fur, ranging from pale yellow to golden brown, blended perfectly with the forest. Barely 15 inches long, not counting its prehensile tail, it had large, dark eyes that seemed almost wise. Careful observation revealed it to be a Silky anteater, or pygmy anteater, one of the rarest mammals in the Americas. These nocturnal creatures spend their lives in the highest canopy, feeding on ants and termites. Their camouflage and deliberate movements make sightings extremely uncommon. What made this encounter unusual was the anteater's calm acceptance of the explorer, even allowing close study, behavior rarely seen in the wild. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any future episodes. Don't forget to share it with your friends too. It helps the channel out, and I'm excited to continue bringing you more awesome content. Cave exploration is risky, but some dangers exceed anything adventurers expect. A team of experienced spelunkers learned this when, deep in a remote cave system, they encountered something that challenged belief. While mapping uncharted passages, they entered a vast chamber untouched for millennia. As their light swept across the stone, movement revealed a massive, dragon-like creature. Nearly 12 feet long, with leathery wings and scales glinting under their beams, it carried the weight of age in its slow, deliberate motions. The creature didn't attack, but its message was clear. Positioning itself between the team and the deeper tunnels, it claimed the cavern as its own. Its eyes showed intelligence, calculated, watchful, and protective. This was no mindless beast, but a guardian of something hidden further within. Recognizing the danger, the explorers backed away. The dragon tracked every step, ensuring they withdrew from its domain. Once on the surface, the team sealed the entrance and agreed never to return or disclose the cave's location. The Violin Mantis, Gongylus gongylodes, is an insect so well adapted that it resembles a living musical instrument. Its elongated body, shaped like a violin, provides perfect camouflage among branches while aiding in hunting. Armed with powerful front legs, it captures prey with speed while remaining nearly invisible to both predator and victim. Despite its eerie form, it is harmless to humans and plays a valuable ecological role by controlling insect populations. What makes the Violin Mantis memorable is its behavior. When observed, it will freeze in place, maintaining its disguise until danger passes, a display of remarkable awareness for an insect. Evolution sometimes produces creatures that seem out of place in time. One man faced this possibility when he discovered what appeared to be a miniature dinosaur, alive in the modern world. The encounter began ordinarily. Preparing to drive, he noticed something on his car tire. At first, it looked like an earthworm, but closer inspection revealed otherwise. The creature had 4 distinct legs, a long, muscular tail for balance, and a reptilian face strikingly similar to prehistoric animals. Using a stick, he tried to remove it. Its movements confirmed it was no worm. It walked with the deliberate coordination of a 4-legged animal, its body proportions and posture echoing the anatomy of ancient reptiles, yet it was no larger than a common worm. Once dislodged, the creature vanished quickly into the soil, burrowing with practiced ease. The brief encounter left troubling questions. What do you think this man actually encountered? A completely unknown species, a rare evolutionary throwback, or just a misidentified animal? Let us know in the comments below. Not all disturbing discoveries involve unknown creatures. Sometimes it is the evidence of their detention. An explorer found this when he stumbled on what looked like an abandoned farm near the woods. The property had too many artificial pools and tanks for agriculture, arranged with secrecy that invited investigation. Inside, he uncovered thousands of mantis shrimps kept in small pools. Many showed unnatural traits, odd colors, modified appendages, and even behaviors beyond their species. Some glowed with bioluminescence, others were larger and more aggressive, suggesting genetic or chemical manipulation. Mantis shrimps are already extraordinary, with complex eyes that perceive colors beyond human vision and club-like limbs that strike with bullet force. Yet these appeared enhanced in ways that defied nature. Realizing he had uncovered an illegal research facility, the explorer alerted authorities. Officials confirmed extensive experimentation and began releasing the creatures back to the ocean. Nature's adaptations can defy expectations, and one encounter revealed a snake with a form of movement, unlike anything in scientific records. Near a river, a witness noticed what looked like a stick floating in shallow water. On closer inspection, it proved to be a tiny snake, no larger than a pencil, camouflaged perfectly to match river debris. What set it apart was how it moved. When placed back into the water, the snake did not swim in the familiar side-to-side serpentine motion. Instead, it rotated rapidly around its own axis, propelling itself forward like a living drill. This spinning motion gave it remarkable speed and stability, allowing it to cut through the water with unusual precision. The witness observed the behavior repeatedly. Each time the snake entered the water, it immediately began spinning, advancing in straight, efficient lines. The movement was so mechanical in appearance that it seemed more like an engineered design than natural biology. Sometimes a single encounter can ignite worldwide debate. Such was the case when a man discovered a turtle in the forest that looked more like a creation of science fiction than a natural animal. While walking through the woods, he noticed a reflective surface among the earth tones of the forest floor. Approaching closer, he realized it was a turtle with an unnaturally large head that shone like polished metal. The surface reflected light as if it were mirror-like plating rather than living tissue. Aside from its bizarre appearance, the turtle behaved normally, moving slowly, wary of human presence. The man filmed the encounter and uploaded it online, where the footage went viral. Viewers debated furiously over its origins. Some argued it was evidence of secret experiments, a product of genetic manipulation or surgical alteration. Others suggested it might be a previously unknown species or a rare mutation producing its metallic look. Skeptics countered that it could be digital trickery, disease, or environmental contamination. In Limpopo, a resident had an encounter that blurred the line between human and animal. Driving through a neighborhood in daylight, he noticed a group of dogs roaming freely. At first, nothing seemed unusual, until he realized one figure didn't fit. Unlike the others, this creature stood upright with ease, its body built more like a man's than a quadruped's. It had the head and fur of a dog, but human-like proportions in its arms and legs. Its movements were distinct from the dogs around it, yet the animals accepted it as one of their own. The witness slowed his car for a closer look. The Dogman turned its gaze toward him, holding eye contact for several moments. Recognizing the potential danger, the man drove away, leaving the creature among its canine companions. If you were in this residence place and saw a Dogman standing among ordinary dogs, would you have stayed to observe longer or left immediately? Let us know in the comments below. While tracking through a wooded area, a hunter noticed movement in the distance. At first glance it looked like a deer or antelope, but something about its appearance was unusual. As he drew closer, he realized its most distinctive feature, a tubular nose extending from its face, elephant-like in shape though far smaller. The animal used this nose with remarkable precision, extending and contracting it to sample the air. The adaptation clearly served important functions far beyond appearance. The hunter soon recognized the creature as a saiga antelope, one of the world's rarest mammals, normally found in the steppes of Central Asia. Its inflated nasal structure filters dust and regulates body temperature, allowing survival in harsh environments. The sighting was significant. Saiga populations have plummeted due to hunting and habitat loss, making encounters in the wild exceptionally rare. For the hunter, it was not a moment of prey but of recognition, witnessing a species that has adapted in extraordinary ways to endure against the odds. Japan's rivers are home to remarkable creatures, but one encounter revealed something extraordinary. Walking along a riverbank, a man noticed a vivid orange shape that looked more like discarded debris than a living thing. As he approached, the object stirred. It was a salamander, but unlike any he had ever seen. Completely orange from head to tail, its coloration was uniform and brilliant, with none of the mottled browns and grays typical of Japanese giant salamanders. Even more striking was its size, far larger than common specimens, impossible to mistake for an ordinary amphibian. The bright color offered no camouflage advantage, suggesting a genetic mutation or an adaptation to a unique environment. Despite its unusual appearance, the salamander moved with the slow, deliberate motions of its species, intent only on reaching the water. The man chose not to interfere. Instead of capturing it, he allowed the creature to slip back into the river, respecting its place in the wild. The salamander vanished into the depths, leaving only the memory of a rare encounter that highlighted how even familiar landscapes can still reveal creatures that challenge expectations. While moving through a wooded area, an explorer spotted an unusual animal in a clearing. Its proportions seemed unfamiliar, with dark brown fur contrasted by striking black and white striped legs. As he drew closer, its most remarkable trait became clear, an extraordinarily long tongue, able to reach its own eyes. The combination of features puzzled him. The animal seemed both familiar and foreign, with traits unlike anything in his experience. Later research confirmed the discovery he had encountered in Okapi, also known as the forest giraffe, one of the world's rarest and most elusive mammals. Native to the dense rainforests of Central Africa, okapis are close relatives of giraffes but have shorter necks and bodies adapted for forest life. Their striped legs provide camouflage in the dappled light, while their long tongues allow them to strip leaves and even clean eyes and ears in an insect-heavy environment. In certain Native American traditions, skinwalkers are feared, being said to shift between human and animal forms. One man's encounter suggested such legends may hold truth. It began with strange patterned noises coming from a neighbor's rooftop terrace. The sounds were too deliberate for random animals, keeping residents awake and uneasy. Determined to investigate, the man climbed to the terrace, expecting a conventional explanation. There he found a small cage containing what looked like a dog. At first, this seemed to explain the disturbances, but closer observation revealed something wrong. The creature's movements were calculated, its gaze unnervingly intelligent. It did not show fear, aggression, or submission, only a disturbing awareness, as if studying him. Then it lunged. Its motions bent the limits of canine anatomy, suggesting abilities that violated natural law. Overwhelmed by primal fear, the man fled down the stairs without looking back. Not every unusual creature encounter inspires fear. Sometimes, nature delivers moments of pure delight. Such was the case when a driver spotted something strange in a rural field. At first glance, the object looked like a discarded mop tossed by the wind. Its movements seemed random, as though air currents pushed it across the grass. Zooming in with his phone, he realized the mop was in fact a dog, its dense, shaggy coat so thick that its true body shape was completely hidden. Each step made the fur sway and bounce, creating the illusion of a living cleaning tool. The dog radiated joy, running and playing with uninhibited energy. Far from lost or distressed, it was perfectly at home, healthy and full of life. Its playful movements created a hypnotic and endearing sight that was as comical as it was heartwarming. In 2020, as global anxieties ran high, even an unusual animal sighting could trigger speculation. Such was the case when a strange pigeon in a UK backyard became the focus of a viral debate. At first glance, it resembled a common pigeon, but closer observation revealed striking differences. Its unusually long legs gave it a distinct gait, its chest was puffed and cloaked in pristine white feathers, and its feet were covered in plumage that looked like tiny boots. Video of the bird spread quickly online, drawing millions of views. The timing, during the height of pandemic fears, influenced interpretations of its appearance. Some suggested it was a new species or subspecies adapting to urban environments. Others proposed it was the result of genetic experimentation or environmental contamination, pointing to its almost artificial look. Skeptics countered that it was likely a rare natural variation or hybrid, noting that domesticated pigeons exhibit remarkable diversity from centuries of selective breeding. No definitive answer emerged. The bird vanished as suddenly as it appeared, leaving only the viral footage and ongoing speculation about its origins. What we've witnessed today challenges everything we think we know about the creatures that share our world. From humanoid spiders that vanish without a trace to dragons living in modern caves, these encounters force us to question the boundaries of what's possible in our natural world. Have you ever encountered something in nature that defied explanation? Have you witnessed creatures that seem to exist outside the boundaries of known biology? Share your experiences in the comments below, because every encounter adds to our understanding of what's really out there. If you found these documented cases as fascinating and disturbing as I did, make sure you're subscribed to this channel. Your support means a lot to us. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for being with us. Leave a comment, like to show your support, and remember to hit that subscribe button for more exciting videos. See you next time.